Hello, so in this session, we're going to learn and explore some of Arizona's well-known wildlife through Word Unscramble. So you'll see a screen with a bunch of mixed up letters. I'll give you a moment to guess what wildlife we're going to learn a little bit about. And then following that, you'll have a screen of some fun facts about that animal. So good luck and enjoy. Okay, here's the first word. Remember, these are animals that you can find in Arizona. Do you have any guesses? A hint is it starts with the letter C. If you guessed coyote, you were right. Coyotes are also called prairie wolf or brush wolf and is a member of the canine or dog family. It also resembles a wolf, but they are completely different species. There are 19 subspecies of coyote. Coyotes run at speeds up to 40 miles per hour and jump as high as 4 meters. And they are known to be the most noisiest of North America's wild mammals. When a family group of coyotes yelp in unison, it can create the illusion of a dozen or more coyotes at once. Here's a second word to unscramble. Are you figuring it out? If you need a clue, it is a type of bird. If you've guessed a hummingbird, you are right. It's actually called Anna's hummingbird. At full grown, it can be 11 centimeters long. These hummingbirds migrate to British Columbia and Arizona in winter months. During that time is when they find and join their mates. The top predator are domestic cats. And the speed of their wings beat about 40 to 50 times per second, can fly at normal 25 miles per hour and up to 40 miles per hour during a courtship dive. Here's the next one. Is this one a little easier or is it more challenging? This species is also a type of bird found in Arizona. If you guessed the cactus wren, you were right. The cactus wren is actually the state bird. It's only found in the United States and northern and central Mexico. They build their nest in cactus for best protection for their babies from predators. They feed on fruit pulp, seeds, ants, grasshoppers, beetles, morsels, and other arthropods. They can live 7 to 10 years in pairs. The loud, raspy chirrup song of cactus wrens is described as the sound of a car engine that cannot start. One last clue is that cactus wren calls are so loud that they can carry up to 1,000 feet. Okay, here's another one. This one might be a little bit more challenging. This species in wildlife is less familiar than the rest. It's actually called the white-nosed COATIMUNDI or COATUS. It is from the raccoon family. They are known to be curious and resourceful creatures and very good climbers, probably because of that long tail. They have a great sense of smell. They use their snouts to root the ground in a pig-like manner to unearth their food. They travel about 1.5 kilometers, which is 1 mile each day, foraging for food. And the females live in groups of 4 to 24 individuals called bands. The males are only welcome during breeding season. Okay, the next wildlife to guess. This one is actually also a type of bird. Does this make it easy or hard? It's actually the GAMBEL'S quail. The quail are excellent and fast runners. These birds rarely fly, being slow in flight. They are found mostly in Arizona, but also in other southwestern states. They feed in coveys or flocks, up to 25 birds, twice a day, usually in the morning and afternoon, slowly traveling around the area and looking for food. Within a covey, mixed parenting is commonly practiced with pairs, rearing chicks from other pairs. They spend most of their year in coveys. They communicate with members of the group through various vocalizations. Okay, here's another species, and this one is not a bird. This one, if you look at the letters, and it's actually spelled backwards, if that helps. It's actually the javelina. Have you guys ever seen javelina before? Javelinas communicate, mark their territory, and identify their group members via scent. They're nicknamed skunk pigs for their unpleasant smell. They can run up to 35 miles per hour, and they can reach 35 to 55 pounds of weight. They are most active early in the morning and late in the evening, and rest in the shade at the hottest temperatures of the day. Javelina are omnivores, which means they eat fruit, berries, nuts, roots, and tubers. Okay, the next species to try to guess and unscramble. This is a reptile. If you guess a rattlesnake, you are correct. Western diamondbacks can go for up to 2 years without food in the wild. They rattle and strike only when they feel threatened. They rattle back and forth at 60 times per second. The rattle of Western diamondbacks is made up of keratin, the same protein in human nails and hair. They hibernate in caves or burrows during the winters. And they actually give birth to live young, up to 10 to 25. And the babies are actually venomous at birth. Okay, here's another one. This species is another type of bird. Another clue if you need one. Think about a famous cartoon character. If you guessed the Roadrunner, you were right. The Roadrunner is also known as chaparral birds, come from the cockatoo family. There are 2 species, the greater Roadrunner and the lesser Roadrunner. Roadrunners inhabit the deserts of the southwestern United States, Mexico, and Central America. They are non-migrating birds. They stay in their breeding area year-round. And the lifespan of a roadrunner is about 7 to 8 years in the wild. Okay, the next one. Do you have any hints of what it could be, or do you think you know what it is? Look at the letters, and it actually is spelled backwards, is a clue. It is the jackrabbit. Black-tailed jackrabbit is not really a rabbit. It is actually a hare because they are actually born with fur. Jackrabbits can run as fast as 40 miles per hour in short bursts in order to escape predators.
A jackrabbit?
Yeah. Baby jackrabbits are called leverets. They can live in every continent except Antarctica. The ears along with the tail are tipped with black fur. It has long, slender front legs and large hind feet that can be 5 inches in length. Okay, the next word to unscramble. The first part of the species is actually the continent we live in. Does that help? If you guessed the American bison, you were right. Bison are symbolic animals of the Great Plains that are often mistakenly called buffalo. Bison have a life expectancy of approximately 15 years in the wild and up to 25 in captivity. Bison can stand some 5 to 6.5 feet tall at the shoulder and can tip the scales at over a ton. The hunch on its back is nothing but a bunch of muscles. The hunch also helps bison to move into the snowpack. Thousands used to roam the plains before being hunted, but now can be seen mostly in protected areas such as national parks. Okay, the next word. This is a type of bird that can be located most of the time near some type of body of water. Any guesses? It is the heron. The herons are long-legged freshwater and coastal birds. There are 64 different species, but only a few can be seen in Arizona. The average lifespan is around 15 years in the wild and 25 years in captivity. Herons can be recognized by their long S-shaped neck, dagger-like bill, and long legs. To conserve energy while waiting for food, they stand on one leg at a time. Herons are excellent flyers that can reach the speed of 30 miles per hour. Okay, and our last word to unscramble. This species is actually a reptile. I hope you guessed the Gila monster. Gila monsters spend most of their lives under the ground. Their bite is painful, but it isn't particularly dangerous to humans. There's been only one death from a Gila monster bite since 1930. Gila monsters can live 20 to 30 years, and the Gila monster and its close cousin, the Mexican bearded lizard, are the only two venomous lizards in the world. I hope you enjoyed this word scramble session. I know that some of those words might have been a little challenging, but hope that you uncovered and were able to unscramble a few of them. And most importantly, I hope that you learned some interesting new facts about the wildlife that can be seen here in the state of Arizona.